Are you awake, Toby? Yes, Thomas, I am. I wonder what job Sir Topham Hatt will have for us today, Thomas. I don't know, Toby, but I can't wait to see what adventures we'll have.
Hello there. Welcome to my office. Please come in. Are you here to help Thomas and his friends to be really useful? I'm so glad that you've come to help. There's so much to do. First, you must learn how to drive Thomas. Let's go to the orchard, where Thomas is waiting to begin. Do you want to learn how to drive? Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. When you've learned to drive Thomas, you can help him to be a really useful engine. And you'll be able to drive him all over the island of Sodor.
Oh, yes. Please learn to drive me. I like exploring the island and having adventures.
First, let's see what this red lever does. It's called the throttle. When you push the throttle like this, Thomas moves forward. When you pull the throttle straight up like this, Thomas stops. If you pull it towards you like this, Thomas moves backward.
Hooray! I think you're going to be a very good driver. Hooray! Now you can drive me forward and backward. We'll soon be able to start our adventure.
Oh dear, the ducks have flown onto the track. Thomas doesn't want to hurt the ducks, but he can make them fly away. This is Thomas's whistle. We need to get rid of those ducks. Try pulling the yellow lever to blow Thomas's whistle. Splendid! Now, when you want Thomas to drive on a different track, you'll have to change the points. The green action lever changed.
That's good. The points have changed. And now...
Well,
that's right. Now I can pull the troublesome truck.
look, here's Trevor.
Hello, Thomas. Come over here and talk to me.
Why not drive Thomas into the...
What a good driver you have, Thomas. Hello, Trevor. What are you doing here? Nothing. I'm enjoying this lovely sunny day. Well, I'm going to have a busy day, Trevor. I'm sure I'll have lots of adventures with my new driver.
If you're not sure how to do it, press the Thomas button like this, and Thomas will help.
Yes, press the Thomas button anytime you want me to speak to you. I'll always have something to say, and I'll try and help if I can. Pull the red throttle to drive me backward, please.
Well,
Please push the red throttle.
you're going to be an excellent driver. Now, drive Thomas over the bridge near to this signal. Remember, you'll have to change the points again.
Please pull the red throttle to drive me over the bridge as far as...
You're a first-class driver. You can stay here and practice now that you've learned how to drive. Hello, Thomas. There are lots of jobs to do on the... Drive Thomas, take important... Drive around the island. Drive around the island. Drive all aboard. Help get the passengers to the stations. Bertie's broken down, and I need a really useful engine to help out. You can collect his passengers at Brendam, the harbor station.
Harbor Station. We're here. And there are Annie and Clarabelle waiting for us. Here comes Thomas. Here comes Thomas. Here comes Thomas. Hooray! Now we can drive up to the platform and pick up the passengers. Poor Bertie can't go anywhere with a flat tire, so we'll have to help his passengers. But how can I let them know we're here? I'm sorry Bertie has a flat tire. Poor Bertie. Hello there. This is the ticket office. Would you please help me give the passengers the right tickets? Good morning. Where are you traveling to today, ma'am?
Good morning. I'll have 2 tickets to Elsbridge, the airfield station, please.
Just right. This passenger's going to Elsbridge, the airfield station. Push the red throttle to... Here you are. 2 tickets to Elsbridge, the airfield station. That way, please. Good morning. Where are you traveling to today, sir?
I'm off to the airfield today.
Just right. This passenger's going to Elsbridge, the airfield station. Push the Elsbridge, the airfield station. 1 ticket. That way, please. Good morning, ma'am. What can I do for you?
2 to Elsbridge, the air...
Just right. This passenger's going to Elsbridge, the airfield station. Push the red throttle. Here you are. 2 tickets to Elsbridge, the airfield station. That way, please. Good morning, ma'am. What can I do for you?
What a lovely day it is for a walk in the mountains.
Culdee Fell, the mountain station. Thank you. Now we can print a ticket. Push the red... Here are your tickets to Culdee Fell, the mountain station. That way, please. Good morning, sir. Where would you like to go?
Good morning. I'd like a ticket to Culdee Fell, the mount.
Culdee Fell, the mountain station. Thank you. Now we... Culdee Fell, the mountain station. Here's your ticket. That way, please. Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Good morning. No. I want one to Culdee Fell, the mountain station. Would you try again?
Culdee Fell, the mountain station. Thank you. Now we can print it. Culdee Fell, the mountain station. Here's your ticket. That way, please. That's the last passenger. All aboard. Hooray! The passengers have got their tickets, and they're getting on board. Time to go. Hooray! Let's go. Here's a junction. Change the points if you want us to race Birdie. Change the points to tell me which way to go, to Wellsworth Station or the engine sheds. What a busy day we're having. We're nearly in the town now. This is the junction to Wellsworth, the town station. I hope Sir Topham Hatt thinks that I'm a very useful engine. We're coming to the Wellsworth Station Junction. We're coming to a junction. It goes to Elsbridge, the airfield station. We can set off as soon as all the passengers have their tickets. We've got passengers on board who want to get out at Elsbridge. The rest of the passengers are going to Culdee Fell, the mountain station. Perhaps we better go there next. Change the points at this junction if you want to play the Sidings Maze game. It's a good thing we were able to help Birdie. This is a very important job. Birdie's passengers wanted to go on the bus, but I'm sure they'll enjoy traveling with me, Annie, and Clarabelle. If you want to play the Troublesome Trucks game, change the points here. What a busy... Some passengers have tickets for Culdee Fell. Annie and Clarabelle have helped a lot, carrying all those passengers. I'm so pleased that we were able to finish the job.
We really couldn't have managed without you, Thomas.
I'm glad I was able to help, but I'm very sorry for Birdie, and I do hope he'll be repaired soon. Hooray for Thomas! I'm glad we were able to help Birdie, but I hope he'll be repaired soon because we have lots of different jobs to do. Let's go back to the engine sheds.
It's a good thing you were able to help Thomas to take Bertie's passengers to the right stations. The landslide. There's been a landslide at the mountain station, Culdee Fell. The track's broken, so Percy can't deliver the coal. Harold and Toby need your help to rebuild the railway.
Here we are at Culdee Fell, but where's the landslide? Perhaps we'd better go into the sidings. I'm fixing the viaduct, Thomas, but I need a little engine like you to fetch and carry for me. Just tell me what to do. I'll be glad to help. Can you see Toby waiting in the siding? Yes, I can see him. Hello, Toby. Hello, Thomas. I brought one of the troublesome trucks, and it's full of stones. Could you drive over here and blow your whistle? Keep going, Thomas. We'll soon have the track fixed. I'm waiting for you, Thomas. Whistle to let me know when I can start unloading stones. Yes, Harold. The sooner we repair it, the sooner Percy can deliver the coal. Harold works very hard, doesn't he, Thomas? We're all working hard, Percy, and it won't be long now before the track's repaired.
You must have used a lot of water climbing up the mountain, Thomas.
Yes, Harold. Perhaps I'd better get some more at the water tower.
That looks like hard work, Thomas.
It is, Harold. The stones are heavy, and the troublesome truck doesn't like carrying them.
This landslide did a lot of damage, Thomas.
Yes, Harold, but you're working very fast. I'm sure the track will soon be fixed again.
Percy has the easiest job. He's just watching us.
I'd much rather work and be really useful, Harold. I don't like standing still. I'm surprised Sir Topham Hatt didn't send a bigger engine than you, Thomas. He knows that I'm a very useful engine, Percy, and I work as hard as the bigger engines do.
That looks like hard work, Thomas.
It is, Harold. The stones are heavy, and the troublesome truck doesn't like carrying them.
We'll soon be finished, Thomas.
We still need more stones, Harold. I hope Toby has another troublesome truck ready for me to collect.
I'm ready to unload the stones as soon as you get to the top of the mountain.
I hope so, Harold. This troublesome truck is very heavy.
Can you manage the job, Thomas? Or do you need my help?
No, thank you, Percy. I think we're doing very well. I'm surprised Sir Topham Hatt didn't send a bigger engine than you, Thomas. He knows that I'm a very useful engine, Percy, and I work as hard as the bigger engines do. I'm surprised Sir Topham Hatt didn't send a bigger engine than you, Thomas.
I've repaired the viaduct now, Thomas.
What's the next job to do, Harold?
I'm ready to lay the track now. Could you bring the pieces of track for me, please?
Yes, Harold. They're in the siding. I'll follow Toby. Thomas, what are you doing here? There's been a landslide, Cranky, and I'm helping Harold to fix it. I've come to pick up some pieces of track to repair the railway. Can you help me? Of course I can, Thomas. But first you'll need a flatbed to put the track on. It's a good thing I'm here, Thomas. You couldn't do this by yourself. I'm very happy to have your help, Cranky. Thank you. Are you repairing the track all by yourself, Thomas? Oh no, Cranky. Toby pulled the troublesome trucks loaded with stones, and I took the stones up the mountain for Harold. Then James drove away the empty trucks. It's a good thing I'm here, Thomas. You couldn't do this by yourself. I'm very happy to have your help, Cranky. Thank you. Are you ready to load the track, Thomas? It's a good thing I'm here, Thomas. You couldn't do this by yourself. I'm very happy to have your help, Cranky. Thank you.
I'm very pleased you're back, Thomas. I see you.
Harold wants me to bring him some pieces of track so he can fix the rails for Percy. Perhaps I'd better get a flatbed and ask Cranky to load some track on it.
You're doing a great job, Thomas.
Can you keep going? I think so, Harold, but climbing this mountain makes me very tired.
Are you waiting for water, Thomas?
Yes, I am, Percy. The action lever fills me up, and the water gauge tells my driver when my tank's full.
The flatbed's empty now, Thomas.
Keep going, Thomas. We'll soon have the track fixed. That's good, Harold. Percy's really anxious to deliver his coal.
This job needs a strong helicopter like me.
Yes, but the job would have taken much longer without us, Harold.
The flatbed's empty now, Thomas.
Thank you, Harold. I'd better take it down to James. I'm glad the job's finished at last. I want to go home now, Thomas. We can all go home soon, James. But let's say goodbye to Percy first. His job has only just started.
The flatbed's empty now, Thomas.
Thank you, Harold. I'd better take it down to James. It was a very tough job repairing the viaduct. I'm so pleased you came to help, Thomas. It was hard, but we all worked together, and we got the job done, Toby. Helping to repair the landslide kept me very busy. I must go back to the engine sheds now to see what else there is to do.
Hey, hero of the rail. It was a beautiful summer's day on Sodor. Thomas was enjoying the quiet sunshine when suddenly, all over the island, there was not a moment's peace. It could only mean one thing. Spencer had arrived. Thomas told Spencer he didn't need to be so loud. But Spencer just laughed and said only slow engines were quiet. He challenged Thomas to a race, starting from the shunting yard. Help Thomas travel to the shunting yard. Go! Use the Wii remote to make the engine go faster. Pull down on the Wii remote to blow the whistle. Thomas and Spencer were loaded with heavy trucks. When they were both ready, the race began. Can you help Thomas beat Spencer? Three, 2, 1, go! Use the... Oh no! Thomas's brakes had broken. Faster and faster he went, into a flat bed of jammy crates. On and on he goes, onto an old overgrown track. Finally he stopped, covered in muck, branches and sticky jam. Then he heard a voice. It was an old and rusty engine he'd never seen before. His name was Hero. His home was an island far away, where they called him Master of the Railway. He had come to Sodor a long time ago, but had broken down and been left on this line and forgotten. He was worried that if the Fat Controller found him broken down, he would be sent to the smelter's yard. Thomas promised his new friend that he would find parts and make him a really useful engine again. So Thomas returned to the steamworks to get fixed and cleaned up. Wash. Point. Spray. Dry. Great work! That night, Thomas told the other engines about his new friend. They all agreed to help Hero. At the steamworks, Thomas saw an old piston. Victor said he could take it. Thomas went straight to Hero. His driver and fireman went to fix on the new part. Can you place the new part on Hero? Fix. Drag each part with the A button on the Wii remote to the glowing area. Weld. Great work! Percy kindly agreed to do some of Thomas's work, so Thomas could find some more parts for Hero. Percy knew that he had to be very careful not to let Spencer find out about Hero, or he would try to get him scrapped. Help Percy to deliver Thomas's trucks. Go! Oh dear, Percy popped a valve while pulling Thomas's heavy load. Thomas helped him back to the steamworks. Now Percy needed a new part too. Can you find the parts to fix Percy? 3, 2, 1, go! Oops! Drag each part with the A button on the Wii remote to the matching coloured box. Great work! Percy was soon fixed, and Thomas told Victor about Hero. Victor told them he had more parts they could use, if only they could carry them to his hiding place. The Fat Controller was puzzled why the engines were carrying the wrong trucks, but as long as the work was done, he didn't mind. Percy was right to worry about Spencer. He knew Thomas was up to something and started watching his every move. Thomas couldn't visit Hero without Spencer noticing, but he had an idea. He could ask Percy to take the next part to Hero, but first they both had to race away from Spencer so he wouldn't hear their plan. Can you help Percy go really fast? Go! Percy collected the part and took it to Hero. He was amazed by the old engine. Hero was very pleased to meet Thomas's best friend. Can you place the new part on Hero? Fix. Weld. Great work! Spencer tried to find out what Thomas was up to by asking Emily, but she wouldn't speak to him until she'd finished her shunting. Move Emily so the truck rolls to a stop in the right place. shunt. Good work. While Spencer was distracted, Thomas collected the next part for Hero. Suddenly, Spencer appeared nearby. Luckily, Mavis saw him first and distracted him with a game. 3, 2, 1, go! Press the A button when the cards match. Snap. 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 Great work! After the game, Mavis took Spencer on a tour of the quarry. It was a very dirty place. Slate and dust flew down his funnel and bounced off his boiler. He was so messy. He had to return to the steamworks to get fixed, and Thomas and Percy could spend the rest of the day helping Hero. After his quarry visit, Spencer was so battered that he needed a new coat of shiny silver paint. Paint. Polish. Great work! But it wasn't long before he was a splendid silver engine again and set out to find Thomas. Help Spencer look around the island. Go! Spencer looked around and tried to work out what all the engines were doing. Match the pictures of the engines to find some clues. Match. Great work! Spencer was getting nearer to Hero's hiding place. Luckily, James and Toby were with Hero. James thought he could chase Spencer away. Quickly, help James chase Spencer away. Go! With Spencer heading in the wrong direction, Hero's hiding place was safe. With most of his parts repaired, Hero was feeling much better. It was time for a test run. While they waited for Hero's steam to build up, the friends played a quick game. 3, 2, 1, go! Snap! 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 Fantastic! With enough steam in his boiler, Hero and Thomas set out for a test run on the main line. Help Hero take his first test run. Go! Oh no! Thomas and Hero heard Spencer coming. Hero tried to go as fast as he could, but it was no good. Spencer quickly caught up with them. As Hero tried to go faster, the new parts began to fall off. Hero was breaking down again. Spencer called him a scrap engine. Thomas worried that Spencer would tell the Fat Controller. Suddenly, Gordon steamed past and called Spencer a slow coach. Spencer couldn't resist the challenge. Can you help Gordon beat Spencer? Three, 2, 1, go! Standing at the station was the Fat Controller. Before Spencer could say anything, the Fat Controller told him off for racing and sent him back to work. Thomas hid Hero in a siding and promised to come and see him as soon as he'd finished his work. Thomas had to finish his shunting before he could return to Hero, but he did it as quickly as possible. Shunt. Good work. With his work finished, Thomas could finally go and check up on Hero. Help Thomas back to see Hero. Go! Hero was not feeling at all well. Going so fast had caused many of his new parts to fail. Thomas decided that he would have to convince the Fat Controller to fix Hero. But now Spencer had finished his work too. He was going to tell the Fat Controller that Hero should be scrapped. Who would tell their story to the Fat Controller first? Will Thomas beat Spencer this time? Three, 2, 1, go! Oh no! The track couldn't support Spencer's weight. With a mighty splash, Spencer slid into the mud. Thomas arrived at Knapford Station, where he nervously told the Fat Controller about Hero. He begged him not to send him to the smelter's yard. The Fat Controller was amazed and surprised that Thomas would even think he would scrap Hero. He called him Master of the Railway and ordered him to be fixed straight away. Thomas and Percy helped Hero to the steamworks. Everyone had a good look to find all the parts they needed to fix him completely. Can you find the new parts for Hero? 3, 2, 1, go! Fantastic! With all the parts sorted, it was time to fix Hero. Fix. Weld. Great work! The engines gasped. Hero looked as good as new, but he couldn't stop to admire his new parts. He had a job to do. Using all his strength, Hero rescued Spencer from the mud and pulled him back to the steamworks. Can you give Spencer a good wash? Wash. Spray. Dry. Great work! Spencer was so grateful that Thomas and Hero had helped him that he said sorry and promised to be a good friend from now on.
Thomas, no!
Hero was enjoying being a really useful engine, but he still felt sad. He missed his home. That night, Thomas told the Fat Controller that Hero was homesick. He agreed that if it would make him happy, Hero could go home. He also said that for rescuing Hero, Thomas could have a fresh coat of paint. Can you give Thomas his well-deserved new coat of paint? Paint. Polish. Great work! All too soon, it was time for Hero to go home. He steamed around Sodor one last time, remembering all the places he'd been and friends he'd made. Can you take Hero for his last journey around Sodor? Go! All the engines gathered at the docks to say goodbye. Thomas and Hero didn't know when they would meet again, but they knew they would never forget each other.